Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a black smoky eye with a little pop of glitter in the inner corner of the eye. Like always, I'm using Garnier Micellar Water to clean her face, prep her skin, remove any dry patches. Then I'm going in with the Urban Decay makeup setting spray just to prep her skin, just to hydrate a little bit more. Next, I'm just doing some chapstick over the lips. As usual, I'm starting with the eyebrows. I'm using NYX Brow Pomade in Brunette. To remove any excess product, I'm using a makeup remover wipe, and I'm also shaping her eyebrow. For me, this is the best way to clean up and shape the eyebrow because sometimes I find it if I go with a concealer to shape the brow or to clean up, sometimes it can look dirty and it can look messy, especially if you have darker eyebrows. Right here I'm using Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow. It's a brow volumizing fiber gel in the number 3. Like always, I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer to prime her lids and to carve out her eyebrows. I'm using a shade lighter than her skin tone to lighten up under the eyebrow. You can definitely use a shade matching your skin tone, but I prefer going just one shade lighter. To blend everything out, I'm using the Real Techniques blending sponge. To set the concealer, I'm using a light yellow eyeshadow. I'm using the Tartelette palette. The eyeshadow is called Free Spirit. For this dark smoky look, it's very important to have a transition color. I'm using a light brown shade by Carity Cosmetics, and the eyeshadow is called Enod. Okay, this part is gonna look crazy, you guys, but don't be scared. The end result is beautiful. I'm using a black gel liner to prime her lids. For the black eyeshadow, I'm mainly doing this on the lid, not going past the crease because that can look very messy and it can look like you have a black eye. This step is totally optional, but I like doing it this way because I want a very intense black. You can totally go with a eyeshadow primer or just straight up with the eyeshadow, but I find it that it fades sometimes. So if you have a special event or if you have a long day, I would really recommend doing it this way because it's very long lasting. To set the black gel liner, I went back to the Tartelette palette and used the black eyeshadow. I'm using the shade Multitasker in that palette. It's a darker brown. I'm using it to blend the black eyeshadow with the transition shade that I had first applied. The key to this look is to have those two colors blended, so take your time blending and to perfect everything. One of the reasons that I like to start with the eyeshadow first is because I can go with the makeup remover wipe and clean all the fallout, and then I can create a sharp looking eyeshadow. Some people like to use tape to do this, but I find it to be harsh under the eye, so I like to use a makeup remover wipe. I'm just adding some eyelashes here. I'm priming her face with Benefit Cosmetics Professional Primer. Mariella naturally has a deep under eye crease and some darkness under her eye, so I'm using a corrector to counteract the darkness under her eyes. I'm mixing two of my favorite foundations. I'm using the Makeup Forever HD and the Clinique's Silk Foundation. I also added some drops of the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops and some of the strobing cream from MAC because I wanted her skin to look very glowy and to have a very natural glow. I blended everything out with the Real Techniques blending sponge. Then I'm highlighting and concealing under her eyes. To set under her eyes and the rest of her face, I'm using Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. Like always, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit to give her face a little dimension and to bronze up her skin. Yeah, so that happened, and I kept bumping into the camera, so some of the footage may be shaky because of this, but oh well, what can I do now? I thought that this look needed some sparkle, some glitter, so I'm adding Stila Cosmetics glitter eyeshadow in the color Kitten Karma. I wanted this look to be very bronzed, so I'm using the ABH Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. I'm using the shade Bronze to just give her a little healthy glow to her skin. Very lightly, I'm contouring her nose. I'm using the ABH Contour Kit. I'm using the middle shade. I don't know the name of it. I don't have the palette with me right now, but it's a perfect cool tone shade to contour. Then right here, I'm highlighting under the brow with the ABH Glow Kit. I wanted to do a very light nude lip since we did a very heavy eye. I'm outlining her lips with Essence Cosmetics lip liner in the nude. Then I'm going in with a Rimmel lipstick. Again with the ABH Glow Kit, I'm using the lightest shade to highlight the cupid's bow, the nose, and the cheekbones. I'm finishing up her lips with a clear lip gloss and setting her makeup with the makeup setting spray. Mariela has very sensitive eyes, so I'm letting her do her own mascara. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hoped I was able to help you guys with some tips. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.